My wife left me for her rich boss, drained our accounts, and then had the nerve to come crawling back when he dumped her. Hey Reddit, so I'm Danny, 32, and I'm pretty sure I just won the award for world's biggest sucker. My parents always pushed me to be the responsible one, the golden child, while my sister basically got away with everything. It made me crave approval, especially from my wife, Olivia. Turns out, that was a huge mistake. She took advantage of me big time. 6 years of marriage down the drain, and she laughed the whole damn time. I'm still reeling from the betrayal, but the worst part is yet to come. Should I tell you guys what happened when she came back begging? So I'd just gotten back from the doctor's. Chronic back pain, he said. Needed physical therapy, which meant more bills. I walked into our house, the one we bought together, and there she was. Olivia, suitcase by the door. Phone pressed to her ear, giggling like a schoolgirl. I swear my stomach dropped to my knees. Hey babe, she said, not even bothering to look at me. Gotta go talk later. Then, to me, as if it was the most normal thing in the world, I'm leaving. Leaving, just like that? My mind went blank. What are you talking about? I managed to stammer out. She finally looked at me, this cold, unfamiliar glint in her eyes. I'm leaving you, Danny, for James. James, her boss, the guy with the fancy car and the even fancier watch, the one she swore was just a friend. My ears started ringing. The room felt like it was spinning. He's rich, Danny, successful, unlike some people. The emphasis on some felt like a punch to the gut. He can give me the life I deserve. The life you clearly can't. And then she laughed, right in my face. A cruel, condescending laugh that made my blood run cold. I remember thinking, is this real life? I felt like I was in some twisted, horrible dream. Nausea welled up in my throat. I wanted to scream, to yell, to do something, but I was frozen. She continued to pack, tossing clothes into the suitcase, completely oblivious to the shattered mess she was making of me. She went on and on about James's penthouse apartment, his yacht, his connections. Every word was a dagger twisting deeper into my heart. It wasn't just that she was leaving. It was the way she was leaving. The utter lack of empathy, the casual cruelty. Like our 6 years together meant absolutely nothing. Like I meant nothing. And that laugh, God, that laugh, I'll never forget it. It was the sound of my heart breaking into a million pieces. So after she dropped that bombshell and twisted the knife with her laughter, I actually tried to talk to her, like a rational adult. I know, stupid, right? Reddit, you're probably already facepalming, but I was in shock. Complete and utter shock. Olivia, I said, my voice trembling, can we just talk about this? What's going on? 6 years, Olivia, we can work through this. She stopped packing for a second, looked at me like I was some kind of insect and scoffed. Work through this, Danny, there's nothing to work through. This whole marriage was a mistake. A mistake. 6 years, a mistake. The words echoed in my head. My back started to throb. I could feel the tension radiating down my legs. A mistake, I repeated, my voice barely above a whisper. But I thought we were happy. She let out another laugh, this one shorter, sharper, more like a bark. Happy? Don't be pathetic, Danny, you were happy. I was just tolerating you. You and your ordinary life. Ordinary, right. Because having a stable job, a mortgage, and a dog named Winston was so beneath her. Because striving to be a good husband and build a life together was somehow pathetic. The anger started to bubble up, mixing with the nausea and the crushing weight in my chest. So that's it? I asked, my voice cracking. You're just going to leave, after everything? Don't make this harder than it has to be, Danny, she said, turning back to her suitcase. Just sign the papers. You'll be better off without me. Papers? What papers? My head was spinning. This couldn't be happening. This was Olivia, my wife. We had plans, a future, or so I thought. Then she pulled a manila envelope from her purse and tossed it on the coffee table. Divorce papers. My name was on them. Her lawyer's name was on them. It was all premeditated. Planned. She didn't even look at me, just kept packing, humming a tune under her breath. The casualness of it all, the complete disregard for my feelings, was dehumanizing. That's when it hit me. This wasn't a fight. This wasn't a disagreement. This was a calculated, cold-blooded dismissal. This wasn't normal. This was monstrous. And my family, they'd probably blame me. They always did. God, I feel sick just typing this out. Reddit, what the hell do I do? 2 weeks later, and things have gone from bad to nuclear. I'm still trying to process the fact that Olivia just left. Vanished. Like I was some annoying houseguest she couldn't wait to get rid of, but it gets worse. Much worse. Turns out, leaving was just the tip of the iceberg. First, I discovered she'd cleaned out our joint accounts. Every single penny gone, poof, like magic, except not the fun kind. The kind that leaves you staring at your bank balance wondering if you're hallucinating. Then I actually looked at the divorce papers she'd so casually tossed at me. Holy shit, she's demanding the house, our house, the one I busted my ass for. And alimony, don't even get me started. The amount she's asking for is insane. I could work 2 full-time jobs and still not afford it. It's like she's trying to financially cripple me. I've barely slept. My back pain is a constant, throbbing reminder of everything that's gone wrong. I feel like I'm drowning in a sea of anxiety and legal jargon. And then the phone call started. First, it was Olivia's mother. Sweet, innocent Mrs. Henderson. Danny dear, she said, her voice dripping with fake concern, Olivia is just so distraught. She's made some mistakes, we all know that, but she's still our little girl. Can't you just be the bigger person? Give her the house. It's just stuff, isn't it? Just stuff. This woman is delusional. Then came her sister, Tiffany. This one was less subtle. Listen here, loser, she snarled. You better sign those papers and give Olivia what she wants, or you'll regret it. You don't want to mess with our family. Threats? Seriously, are we in high school? And finally, the piece de resistance, my own parents. Daniel, my father said, his voice cold and disapproving, we're very disappointed in you. Olivia's family is very influential. We can't afford to have this unpleasantness affect our business relationships. Just give her what she wants and be done with it. Are you kidding me? They're siding with her, after she robbed me blind and tried to steal my house. I'm starting to think my parents value their business connections more than their own son. I'm a wreck. I can't eat. I can't sleep. I can barely function. I feel like I'm being attacked from all sides. My own family is ganging up on me. I'm starting to question my sanity. Maybe they're right. Maybe I am the problem. Maybe I am a loser. But then something snapped. I looked in the mirror at the hollow-eyed, exhausted stranger staring back at me and I thought, screw this. I'm done being the pushover. I'm done letting people walk all over me. I'm done being the responsible one while everyone else gets away with murder. I'm going to fight back. I don't know how yet, but I will. This isn't just about the money or the house anymore. This is about my self-respect. This is about my life. And I'm not going to let Olivia and her greedy family ruin it. Someone on Reddit mentioned finding a good lawyer, maybe that's a start. I need to do something. I'll keep you guys updated. Wish me luck. So after that whole nightmare with my family basically disowning me for not rolling over and playing dead, I finally broke down and called Chloe. Chloe's my childhood friend, a total badass lawyer who doesn't take crap from anyone. I'd been avoiding her, ashamed of the whole mess, convinced I was just being pathetic. I mean, who gets cleaned out and dumped by their wife and abandoned by their family? Hey Chloe, I mumbled into the phone, my voice cracking. It's Danny. Danny, hey, long time no talk. What's up? Her voice was bright, cheerful. The exact opposite of how I felt. I almost hung up. Couldn't do it. Couldn't bear to spill the ugly truth. Nothing much, I lied. Silence. She knew me too well. Okay, fine, not nothing, everything is wrong. Olivia left. Left? What do you mean left? I took a deep breath and spilled it all. The affair, the abandonment, the emptied bank accounts, the divorce papers, the insane alimony demands, the house, the whole horrifying, unbelievable saga. My voice shook the entire time. I felt like a complete idiot, airing my dirty laundry like this. There was a pause, a long, stunned silence. Then Chloe's voice, low and dangerous. She did what? I winced. Yeah, pretty much. Danny, she said, her voice laced with disbelief. Are you seriously telling me that this woman, this parasite, cleaned out your accounts, is trying to take your house, and your family is siding with her? That's pretty much the gist of it, yeah, I mumbled, shrinking into myself. Are you kidding me? She exploded. This is insane. This is beyond insane. This woman is a criminal, and your family, don't even get me started on your family. They're enabling her. They're making this so much worse. Hearing someone else, someone I respected and trusted, validate my feelings was overwhelming. A wave of emotion washed over me. Relief. Anger, validation. I hadn't realized how much I needed to hear someone say that I wasn't crazy, that I wasn't overreacting, that what Olivia was doing was wrong. Chloe, I said, my voice thick with emotion, I thought I was losing my mind. Everyone's telling me to just give her what she wants, to be the bigger person. But it's not fair. She's stealing from me. She's lying. She's manipulating everyone. Danny, Chloe said, her voice firm and reassuring, you are not overreacting. This is textbook emotional and financial abuse. She's preying on your good nature, on your desire to avoid conflict. She's counting on you to back down, but you know what? You don't have to. That's when it hit me. I have to, I could fight. I can fight this, I asked, a flicker of hope igniting in my chest. Hell yes, you can fight this. Chloe exclaimed. I'll help you. We'll get you a good lawyer, we'll gather evidence, and we'll expose this woman for the manipulative gold digger she is. You are not going to let her get away with this, Danny. Do you hear me? I hear you, I said, my voice stronger now, more resolute. I hear you loud and clear. That conversation with Chloe was a turning point. It was like someone had finally flipped on the lights in a dark room. I wasn't alone, I wasn't crazy, and I wasn't going to be a victim, I was going to fight. And for the first time since Olivia left, I felt a surge of something I hadn't felt in a long time. Hope. So, Chloe, my badass lawyer friend, told me to check Olivia's old devices for anything incriminating. I felt weird doing it, like I was invading her privacy. But then again, she'd invaded my entire life, so whatever. She left her old iPad at the house, the one she'd barely used. I almost didn't bother with it, but something told me to check. And thank God I did. I powered it up expecting nothing and bam, her iMessage was still logged in. And there they were, messages, hundreds of them, between Olivia and, you guessed it, James, her boss. My stomach churned. I scrolled through them, my heart pounding in my chest. At first, it was the usual sickeningly sweet stuff. Can't wait to see you tonight, baby. You're the best thing that's ever happened to me. Blah, 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 nauseating. But then the tone shifted. It became transactional, cold, calculating. He's such a pushover, one message read. I can get him to do anything. My blood ran cold. Once we're married, another one said, we can drain his accounts and get rid of him. Get rid of me? Are you freaking kidding me? They were planning this. They were plotting to steal everything from me, and then the kicker. His parents will do anything to protect their precious business reputation. They'll pressure him to give me whatever I want, easy peasy. They were using my own family against me. I felt a surge of white-hot rage. My hands trembled, my back spasmed. It was like every muscle in my body tensed at once. I wanted to scream, to break something, to hurt someone, but then something else happened. The rage subsided, replaced by a cold, hard resolve, a calmness I hadn't felt in weeks. It was like a switch flipped in my brain. I was no longer a victim. I was a warrior. This wasn't just about the money anymore. This wasn't about the house. This was about justice. This was about taking back my life. This was about showing Olivia, James, and my spineless family that I was not the pushover they thought I was. I reread the messages, taking screenshots, documenting every single damning word. This was my ammunition, my proof, my shield, and I was going to use it. Right there in that moment, staring at those incriminating messages, everything changed. I went from feeling broken and defeated to feeling empowered. I knew what I had to do. I was going to fight. I was going to win. And Olivia and her greedy accomplice were going to pay. Okay, Reddit, buckle up, because this is where things get interesting. After finding those messages, I knew I couldn't just sit around feeling sorry for myself. I had to act. Chloe, bless her soul, was my rock. She helped me find a shark of a divorce lawyer, the kind that makes Olivia's family lawyer look like a goldfish. First, we gathered everything. Bank statements showing the drained accounts, the divorce papers with her outrageous demands, screenshots of those incriminating messages. Everything. We built a case so airtight you could smuggle a rhino in it. No way she was getting away with this. Then we went into full lockdown mode. I changed all my passwords, froze my credit, and even got a new bank account. Olivia wasn't getting another cent of my money. I also started documenting everything. Every interaction, every phone call, every email. I even started keeping a journal, just to get all the rage and frustration out. It was therapeutic, honestly. Chloe also advised me to start physical therapy for my back. She said it was important to focus on my physical health too, not just the legal battle. At first, I resisted. I barely had the energy to get out of bed, let alone go to PT. But she was right. The exercises, the stretching, moving my body, it actually started to help. Not just my back, but my mental state too. I started feeling stronger, both physically and emotionally. But the biggest change was internal. I had to shift my mindset. I had to stop seeing myself as the victim and start seeing myself as a warrior. I had to detach emotionally from Olivia and approach this whole thing strategically. It was hard. 6 years of marriage doesn't just disappear overnight. But I knew that if I wanted to survive this, I had to become someone Olivia didn't recognize. Someone she couldn't manipulate. Someone she couldn't control. I knew this was going to be a messy, public, and probably expensive fight. But I was ready. I was done being the pushover. I was done letting people walk all over me. I was taking back my life. And Olivia, she was about to learn a very valuable lesson. Don't mess with a man who has nothing left to lose. And don't underestimate the power of REDDIT. You guys have been amazing with your support and advice. Stay tuned. The best is yet to come. I'm ready for her. 1 month after the iPad revelation, my doorbell rang. I looked through the peephole and my blood ran cold. Olivia, looking thinner, frazzled, and desperate. I almost didn't open the door, almost. But then I thought, no, I need to do this. I took a deep breath, opened the door, and met her gaze. She looked shocked, like she'd expected me to be curled up in a ball on the floor, sobbing. Instead, I was standing tall, shoulders back, a look of calm determination on my face. Danny, she started, her voice trembling. Can we talk? I think we've said all there is to say, Olivia, I replied, my voice steady. I leaned against the doorframe, arms crossed. I wasn't letting her in, not this time. Please, Danny, she pleaded, tears welling up in her eyes. I messed up. I made a mistake. James, he dumped me. And I lost my job. I have nowhere to go. I felt a flicker of something, pity, maybe. But then I remembered the messages, the laughter, the cruelty, the cold, calculated betrayal, and the pity hardened into something else. Resolve, a mistake, I repeated, echoing her own words back at her. Is that what you called our 6 years of marriage, a mistake? She flinched. Good. Danny, please, she begged. I'm sorry, I was stupid, I was selfish. I didn't appreciate what I had. Can't you just forgive me? Forgive you? I asked, a dry laugh escaping my lips. You cleaned out our joint accounts, Olivia. You tried to take my house. You called me a pushover. You conspired with your lover to steal everything from me, and you laughed about it. Her eyes widened in panic. The tears stopped flowing. She knew, I knew she knew. She stammered, her voice cracking. That's not how it was. Oh really? I asked, raising an eyebrow. Because I have the messages, Olivia, all of them. The ones where you called me a pushover. The ones where you plotted to get rid of me. The ones where you bragged about how easy it would be to manipulate my family. Her face paled. She swayed slightly, like she might faint. This was the moment. The turning point. The power dynamic shifted. I was no longer the pushover. I was in control. You went through my iPad, she whispered, her voice barely audible. You left it, I corrected her, my voice cold. Just like you left me, just like you left our marriage, just like you left me with nothing. Danny, please, she whimpered, her voice laced with desperation. I have nowhere to go, I'm broke, I'm all alone. So am I, Olivia, I said, my voice rising. But I'm not the one who did this to myself. You are. She reached out a hand as if to touch me. I stepped back, putting more distance between us. Don't, I said, my voice low and dangerous. Don't touch me, don't talk to me, don't even look at me. You're not getting another cent from me, Olivia. You're not getting my house, you're not getting anything. Her face crumpled. The tears started flowing again, but this time they weren't tears of manipulation. They were tears of genuine fear. She knew she'd lost. She knew I wasn't playing games anymore. Get off my property, Olivia, I said, my voice firm. And don't ever come back. I closed the door in her face, the sound echoing in the sudden silence. I leaned against the door, taking a deep breath, feeling a wave of something wash over me. Relief. Satisfaction, victory, I'd done it. I'd finally stood up for myself. And it felt amazing. I grabbed my phone and texted Chloe. It's done, she's gone, I won. Time to rebuild, time to heal, time to live. It's been 6 months since I closed that door on Olivia. 6 months since I took back my life. And Reddit, let me tell you, it's been a roller coaster. The immediate aftermath was weird. A mix of relief, exhaustion, and this strange sense of emptiness, like a phantom limb. I kept expecting her to call, to text, to show up again, but she didn't. Chloe was right. She was a parasite and I was finally free. The divorce was finalized a few weeks later. It wasn't pretty. Her lawyers tried everything. But we had them dead to rights with those messages. In the end, she got next to nothing. I kept the house, my car, and most of my assets. We settled out of court, which was a huge relief. I didn't want to drag this out any longer than I had to. My mental and physical health were finally starting to improve, and I wasn't about to jeopardize that for a protracted legal battle. I went low contact with her entire family. Haven't heard a peep from them since. Good riddance. As for the fallout, well, my parents were frosty, to say the least. They still don't really understand why I didn't just give her what she wanted to avoid the unpleasantness. I think they're more embarrassed than anything. Their precious business connections were never threatened. They just assumed they would be. It's sad, really. But I'm done trying to earn their approval. It's their loss, not mine. Chloe, on the other hand, has been amazing. She's been my rock through this whole ordeal. She checks in on me regularly, takes me out for beers, and generally just makes sure I'm not losing my mind. I'm so grateful for her friendship. She's the family I choose. The biggest change, though, has been internal. I've started therapy, and it's been eye-opening. I'm finally addressing my deep-seated need for external validation, my fear of failure, my tendency to put other people's needs above my own. It's hard work, but it's worth it. I'm learning to love myself, to value myself, to prioritize my own well-being. And that Reddit is a huge win. I've also reconnected with old friends, the ones who knew me before Olivia, before the marriage, before the whole mess. They've welcomed me back with open arms, no judgment, just support. It's good to have them back in my life. And I've started taking photos again. Remember how I said I was always the responsible one? Well, the responsible one always put his passions aside for the practical stuff. Not anymore. I'm rediscovering my love for photography, and it's been incredibly healing. It's a way for me to express myself, to capture the beauty I see in the world, to connect with something bigger than myself. I even had my first healthy date a few weeks ago. It was nice, normal, no drama, no manipulation, just two people getting to know each other. It made me realize what a real relationship can be like. So yeah, it's been a wild ride. I've been to hell and back, but I'm still here. I'm stronger. I'm wiser. And I'm finally free. Olivia's betrayal, as awful as it was a catalyst for change. It forced me to confront my own weaknesses, to rebuild my life from the ground up, to become the man I was always meant to be. I'm grateful for the lessons I've learned, even though they came at a steep price. Life is good, Reddit, even with the occasional back pain. So, Reddit, what about you? Any similar stories of betrayal and triumph? How did you overcome adversity and rebuild your life? Would love to hear your thoughts.